I want to take a look at Tucson. They're currently their urban campers are there in protest, and the district judge agrees with them and has issued an injunction that they're allowed to do that, much like the Occupy movement. It's no different. And just because you may or may not have a home doesn't limit your rights to your First Amendment, and free speech. So, that's an option of camping that you're asking about.
Right.
The city does have laws or ordinances. They're not laws; they're ordinances against them.
Right.
But here, we're hoping that we could be here just for long enough to get rested up, start some serious outreach, and hope the city responds to the proposal that they have that exists. I mean, it's a substantial proposal that's based on precedent that's existing and working, and addresses the concerns that they've had. Whether it's the other care providers, budgets or whatever, like it can operate autonomously. We just need some dirt where they can be and where we can keep it a little bit. They're doing a very good job keeping this camp safe and secure, but it's still very wide open at the end of the day. So the economics.
Right.
Because the economics are proven in many
definitely
other locations.
That it's so much more expensive for people to be homeless.
$6,000 a year or more to leave them on the street.
Right.
And you see conservative states doing this, and it's working.
Right.
And so, the argument's doesn't even need to be made. We don't have to talk about the moral thing to do or any of that. We can just talk about the economically prudent thing. And that is housing first.
And that's appealing to the city, too.
We
more than the humanity of people.
We would hope, but so far it hasn't been. But
And then I saw the news and all this, and I'm like, what the hell are they doing? It's intimidation tactics.
That's what I'm thinking now.
Do you think it would be beneficial to us to enter?
Down this way.
So what does Heading Home do?
They provide immediate emergency housing here at this shelter, and then they have a more long-term housing program for veterans and people who are in need and vulnerable.
Okay. So not just veterans, just...
No, not veterans only. It's everybody over 18, I believe.
Okay.
And I think we're starting to branch out to families as well throughout the state down south.
So basically, emergency with just recent loss of home, or?
Most people have some compounding life events like divorce and illness, or loss of job and illness, or something like that. And we get a lot of people who have never been homeless before, and we also get a lot of return clients.
And then what about people that are currently on the street?
We get a lot of referrals and walk-ins usually. Okay. Not literal walk-ins, but people call ahead on our bed reservation line. And they reserve a bed basically, and they get a month's stay. So it's a part of our program is with the emergency shelter. There's you have to do a consecutive 30-day stay. Yeah. So you can't be in and out.
Okay. Do you think tent encampments would be a good idea to also help, a solution for homelessness for people, or do you think no?
I think it's definitely not a solution to a person not having a house, but it's really a pretty blatant symptomatic fix. It's like providing medicine to an ill person. It eases the pain of being homeless because you have at least some community or some place to go, as opposed to every night having to just figure it out, which is probably pretty scary and dangerous.
Yeah, what are some of the services that are provided here?
We do several different forms of counseling. So we have medical counseling once a week. UNM med students come in, check up on people. We have career counseling to help people, what if they have 30 days to stay here, they have a great opportunity to save up rent for next month. So if they can land a job, they can get 2 paychecks while they stay for free here. Right. So we try to set them up with a job if at all possible. We have flu shots that we offer, and I think we offer an extensive housing counseling program as well. So we really aim to get people into some kind of place where they can live
right.
by the time they exit our program. So that's the goal.
Awesome.
We have other services. I'm not thinking.
Right.
We have like yoga. And
right. I was seeing like the
labs,
computer lab,
yeah,
and I
we
was
have a
seeing
library
like
and storage, and we're starting a new bike program. That's kind of just in the starting phases, but it's the idea is to just provide, I guess, monitored bikes that we rent out to residents.
Oh,
So that
cool.
they can have a way to get around the city easier.
Right.
We offer discounted bus passes, like monthly ones.
Right.
And that's all I got off the top of my head, I think.
Awesome.
Shelter versus other shelters, like that was an issue that was brought up with a lot of people that are staying in the tent camps is because of safety. Do you think it's safer here rather than going to the Albuquerque Mission downtown?
Yeah, and I recommend that people on the streets stay somewhere because that's safer than
anything.
The streets. And I've never visited the interior of the other shelters in Albuquerque, but I hear we're the best option, just in terms of cleanliness and services that we provide and safety.
Okay.
And how many people can be housed here at any given time?
I should know the exact number.
It's cool, just an estimate.
It's roughly 100. It's 70 in the regular dorm and then 20 in the respite side, with some overflow capability.
Right.
And respite is for 20 people who are referred from whichever hospital in the area, and they could be coming from the psych ward or from hospice care or whatever.
Right.
But they just need a bed and rest.
Right.
Doctor's orders are to not go anywhere, so we keep them here all day, every day, until they're able to leave, according to a doctor.
Right.
Do you have an opinion on like what our community can or should not do to help the homeless?
It's a good question. I could and should put more thought into it.
Yeah.
But
I should have taken questions.
I think one of the main things for our community specifically is working with police to create, and I think this is happening, but a training course in de-escalation with mentally unstable people.
Definitely.
Because it's a large part of the population of homeless people. A large part of the reason they end up homeless is because somebody or other has given up on them because of their disposition or disability, and if the cops were trained in how to approach that really patiently, because it requires a lot of patience, that we kill it. That would probably go a long way. We have an agreement with the neighborhood association that nobody can walk on or off the properties, so they have to arrive on wheels, basically. That was the agreement.
Really?
Yeah, the neighborhood didn't want people just wandering the street area. I guess they thought it would make the street look like it's got a homeless shelter on it or something.
Well, like on 2nd Street.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. They didn't want it to become that, I guess. So we have to hide our residents, kind of. So they have to get dropped off by bus or car, but they're allowed to take a bike on and off the property, which is why this will benefit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are welcome to barbecue. Usually only happens in the summer.
Yeah.
For guys who are in need of rest. We have a kitchen, laundry room, bathroom with showers. And this is the dorm area with most of the guys. How's it going, Chuck? Pretty good. How about you? This is where everybody sleeps.
Just keeps everything on their beds.
Yeah, if not in storage, then on their beds, so we can clean.
Thanks. Hi.
Hi. Is there like somebody that goes and picks them up anywhere? Or?
Yeah. Pick them up. We do a pickup at like 6 at the rescue mission.
Okay.
We do a pickup at 8:30 at Broadway and Central.
I really think it's ridiculous if you don't let people walk on. It's like everybody, you grow up to be independent, and then you're still